Hello, I am Walter Nowocin, the Life Sciences Product Manager at IndySoft. I joined IndySoft in October, and prior to IndySoft, I was a Metrology Department Manager for Medtronic for 21 years. We implemented the IndySoft software in 2003, and it played a major role in the success of our Cal lab. One of our favorite features was the alarm module. With the alarm module, you can schedule automatic alarms that can send out reminders, Cal schedules, overdue notifications, escalations, and other alarms. But before you can use the alarm module to the max benefit, you need to set up a department table, which is the subject of this Tuesday tip. The department table allows you to set up a list of contacts with email addresses, and the alarm module uses this table to perform its work. You will need to be a system administrator to set up the department table. The department table can be found under the Add Edit menu at the top of your screen here. And look for the Equipment Info submenu, and once that's highlighted, you can find the department table here and click on it. There are 4 screens for adding a department, but we will use 3 of them in our recommended setup. You go to the upper left-hand corner where you can click on the new item icon, which essentially is allowing you to add a new department. I've got 10 departments already established here, but let's go ahead and open up a new one. And you have the first screen where you can add department info. So you add the department name here. It can be a name or it can be a number. I know at Medtronic we use cost center numbers given to us by finance. In the second field, you can provide the full name of the department. Like if you're using a number, then you can provide the name. Then you have the contact name, your main contact at that department. You put in the manager name of that department. Fax number we typically do not use. You go to the next screen, and here's where you add your email addresses for each of the contacts that you want to set up for the departments. And as you can see here, there's 5 email addresses that you can utilize. We go to the third screen, which we're not going to use in our application today, but it allows you to put notes in of any kind. And then we go to the fourth screen, which has a lot of custom fields. You have 4 text fields, you have 2 date fields, you have 2 numeric fields, plenty of ways to customize further your department table. And we will use the top 2 fields in our application, which we'll talk about. And then you can hit finish when you've successfully added your department information. We'll cancel here as we are not going to add one at this point. Let's discuss the department table at a high level. We found it useful in managing over 150 departments with over 24,000 instruments by identifying 4 contacts for each department in our company. With 150, if you multiply that by 4, that's a lot of names you're managing. But it's worth the effort to administratively manage this to then allow the alarm module to do its magic. So for the 4 contacts that we had for each department, we had a director, we had a manager, we had an equipment contact, and we had an out-of-tolerance contact. Now, the director and manager were mainly utilized for escalation notifications from the alarm module of the IndySoft database. Though from time to time, we would use the director and manager for different applications and notifications, but mainly it was escalations. to bring them in when there was overdue equipment or overdue reports that weren't being taken care of in a timely manner. We use the equipment contact for equipment schedules and overdue notifications. And really, the equipment contact was the main contact for each department that we interface with when dealing with equipment notifications from the database. The out-of-tolerance contact was for report notifications, investigations, and late notices. Typically, the out-of-tolerance contact was somebody from the quality organization within the department, but it could be the manager as well. We found that often the manager wanted to be the out-of-tolerance contact. Additionally, we used Screen 4, which, if you recall, was where we had all those custom fields. And we took advantage of the top two custom fields to identify the business unit for the department and the division within the business unit. At Medtronic, we had over 5 different businesses that we supported, and within those businesses was further subsetted or segmented by 15 to 20 divisions. So this way, by utilizing the custom fields, we could further segment our alarm reports as necessary to be the most effective. As a side benefit of the department table is you can use it to print out your contact list and report. And you can also send a report to a spreadsheet and then cut and paste the email list for a mandatory for manually delivered email list like a monthly metric report to managers or directors. And like everywhere else in the IndySoft database, whenever you see a spreadsheet looking grid, if you put your mouse within that grid and right-click it, you'll see a lot more choices that you can make. And this is true throughout the IndySoft software. Wherever you see a spreadsheet grid, right-click and you can see what more features are available. It's really pretty cool. In this case here, what I'm referring to is the ability to export this department table to a spreadsheet. Of course, there's other formats you can use, but mainly I'm just talking about the spreadsheet. And then once you have it in a spreadsheet, you can sort, filter as needed, and then cut and paste the email addresses and names and insert it into your company's email system to do manual emails. In addition to having the alarm module use the department table. So a lot of flexibility here, which we use quite often. Now, with your department table set up, you can begin planning and designing your various database alarms. Now, I hope this tip gives you some ideas on how to make use of the department table. Until next time, thank you for viewing our Tuesday tip. Goodbye.